Reports a result.
All right, let's listen to some news first.
Hopkins tally as the coronavirus keeps surging. California has reported more than 10,000 new cases. Florida has seen a spike too, but deaths are down. Governor Ron DeSantis.
People who are healthy and under 40, the death rate on this thing is very close to zero.
The U.S. is pulling out of the World Health Organization for its handling of the outbreak out of China.
Former Vice President Joe Biden, who is the presumptive Democratic nominee, tweeting, "On my first day as president, I will rejoin the WHO and restore our leadership on the world stage."
Fox's Lauren Blanchard. Biden won 2 more primaries, Delaware and New Jersey. Democrats in Congress keep demanding more answers in the Russia bounty probe, which President Trump calls another hoax. A general is weighing in. General Frank McKenzie, the head of U.S. Central Command, told reporters that intelligence suggesting that Russia may have paid Taliban militants to kill American troops in Afghanistan was worrisome, but he's not convinced that any bounties resulted in U.S. military deaths. McKenzie said that the U.S. did not increase force protection measures in Afghanistan as a result of the information, but he also warned that Russia has long been a threat in Afghanistan and reiterated that Russia is not a friend. Russia has reportedly backed Taliban fighters over the years with resources and weapons. In Washington, John Decker, Fox News. We didn't know it then, but we're told now Chief Justice John Roberts fell last month, cut his head, spent the night in the hospital.
His doctors have ruled out a seizure.
Interesting.
They believe the fall was likely due to lightheadedness caused by dehydration.
Fox's Jill Nato. Another statue is coming down, this time in Jackson, Mississippi. The city named for Andrew Jackson will remove the former president's monument because of his slave ownership. The city council also blaming him for genocide of Native Americans.
All right, so there you have it. Coronavirus cases have toppled 3 million, and officials are like, yeah, if you're healthy and you're under 40, then you're living. Well, what if I'm not healthy and over 40? Because I am over 40. Oh yeah, I'm about to talk about the Ponzi. I didn't forget. All right, so Ponzi schemes are like Bernie Madoff. Okay, he made off with all those people's money. And I've been in companies where, all of a sudden the product stopped shipping and the check stopped running, and it went away. But the company I'm in now, the one that I'm representing now, the product that I'm selling now, it's all digital. The company's been around almost 4 years, which is very comforting. They're a U.S.-based company. I've personally heard, from the CEO and talked to him and all that good stuff and customer service. Now, I will tell you this, that their customer service department, oh man, I cannot speak enough about their customer service department. Let me tell you this. I had a problem, and this was a problem. This wasn't a challenge. This was a problem. What are you saying, bitch? I don't know what that is. That's not true. My cousin was 36 and healthy, and she died. I mean, yeah, you're right. It's not true. This COVID thing is serious. And what's killing me is I don't understand why we're acting like we're not in the middle of a freaking pandemic. It's upsetting. And Ashley, I know you, and I apologize. I'm sorry that you guys, lost your cousin. And I knew about that. I mean, you're right, but you're right. That this mess is not anything to be played with. And I don't like, and I'm really getting irritated and pissed off with the handling of this thing now. So they automatically assume. I know Ashley, and we've had those conversations over the years. You should be here in Florida, shaking my head. No, I shouldn't. All right, so cryptocurrency. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Cryptocurrency, it's not the future, it's the present. My motto: I don't hold it, you don't own it. I hold my crypto off exchange and ledger. Well, I think you're right. You're welcome, Ashley. All right, so anyway, back to this story I was telling you guys about this young lady who's trying to save me. First and foremost, I don't need any saving, okay? Especially and anybody who's watching, if you're in this age bracket, I just got to speak my mind. I got to tell the truth. if you're in an age bracket between like 13 and like 21, I look at you like you're my child, like you're one of my children, and I need to save you and I need to protect you. However, people in that age group, they have a hard time listening. Case in point, I have an opportunity, and for people that are around the coastal lines, you know that this is a really good opportunity. I have an opportunity where I can help 3 young men. And when I say young men, one of them is 19, one of them is 22, 23. And those 2 right there, they have problems. They have trouble on their records, okay? And matter of fact, all 3 of them, and the other one is he's just turned 30. All of them have background troubles. And I'll just leave it at that. I have an opportunity. Where I can get them into the merchant marine, all 3 of them. Now, when you have a troubled past and an opportunity come up like a longshoreman, hell, if the longshoreman would hire me now, I would go over there and work for them. They start you out at like $60,000, $80,000 a year, and it just goes up from there. Merchant seaman, I mean, you're gonna start out as especially as a young fella, you're gonna start out 30 grand, and then you get perks on top of that. The per diem alone is like $100, I think it's $110, $120 a day, just in per diem. That's your food allowance, and you sleep on the ship. You got a stateroom, so I'm like, that's the perfect opportunity for a young fella. So I tell said people about opportunity. One of them tells me, and this person don't even have a GED. Y'all listening to me? He tells me, oh, well, I'm not ready to go right now. Fool, do you think you're gonna sign up today and you're gonna be gone like next week? Do you think that's how fast this stuff goes? No. I have a son-in-law that needs work. Can you get him on? Yeah, I can. Sure. I mean, he's here in the area, isn't he? Yeah, I can get him on. Just have him to reach out. And see, that right there is what I'm looking to bless people. So anyway, one of them is like, oh well, I'm not ready to go right now. The other one, I tell him about it through a mutual acquaintance, and I don't hear from him at all. So I contact mutual acquaintance. I'm like, hey, did you tell so and so about the opportunity? Yes. I'm like, why didn't I hear from him? Oh, I'm gonna tell him to reach out to you. I'm like, you know what? And then the third one is my son. All right, and he just makes me want to smack him sometimes. And I'm talking about hit him with a brick. I'm not even talking about smack. I'm talking about hit him with a brick. The coming inflation will make $60,000 worth $600 purchase power. Okay, so let me explain something to you guys. If the coming inflation is coming, and if it is going to devalue currency, would you rather have the $600 or have no dollars? Because see, I think a lot of times we come in here, we spout out problems, but what's the solution? Where is the solutions? My solution is I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep working my butt off, and I'm getting into this cryptocurrency thing, because I know for a fact that crypto is going to be around. Period. I see it from everything I've learned, especially in the past month. I'm like, oh yeah. And what's crazy about this is I talk to people now, and I'm like, you've heard of Bitcoin, right? They're like, what? What is a Bitcoin? And I'm shaking my head, because I'm like, what freaking rock have you been under for the last 10 years? Okay, so silver. Let's say you stack silver. What's going to be the value of silver? Are you going to be able to go to the local store and be like, here's a stack of silver. Can you give me this loaf of bread? So I don't know what the system is going to come to. I choose. This is the way I choose. I choose to prep this way. I choose to prep for the now and the future, and I choose to prep for the now by constantly doing what I'm doing and constantly amassing USD. Now I'm amassing, or I'm raising Bitcoins. I'm diversifying with Bitcoins. And I know we've had this talk on here about precious metals and all that kind of stuff. Unless the world, which I really don't see this happening, it could happen, but I don't see it happening. The world's just going to turn upside down and all monies are going to be worthless. That may happen. And guess what? If you hold Bitcoin, it's been predicted it's going to run up to $150,000 or even up to $500,000 per coin. And I can only speak in terms that we can understand, and that's why I keep speaking in US dollars terms. So if it's worth $500 million and the US dollar is only worth pennies on the dollar, then that means that your $500,000 Bitcoin is worth, I don't know what, a few thousand. I'd rather have it at that time than not have it. Okay? Most people aren't paying attention. I believe our currency will be gold back soon. And that would be one, because I am the type of person that evolution is key to everything. A trillion is still zero. Okay, so let's just say that everything goes to kaput. Okay, full of hope. And we're just talking here. I don't want you to get upset like other folks and then they quit the channel and leave us and all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying. And let's say you got a whole stack of silver and gold, right? Now, in my opinion, if the world gets flipped upside down financially and we have nothing, no monetary system at all, no Bitcoin, no currency, no cash, and all we got is gold and silver, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I got some granola bars, I got some, okay, here. If I got let's say somebody comes to me and they're hungry. So make sure, hey Rod, okay, cool. Make sure you text me about stuff like that. All right, so let's say somebody comes to me and they're hungry and they're like, will you please spare some food for my family? And I say, what do you have? I got this gold, I got this silver. If I'm holding this and all you have is gold and silver and I need bullets and band-aids, you're not getting this. Now y'all tell me if my line of thinking is wrong or right. And if you feel that same way. Because if nothing is valuable, there's no money, there's no Bitcoin, there's nothing. And all we have is bartering. I don't want your gold and silver. I don't want that. I can't eat gold and silver. I can't plant gold and silver in the ground. I can't do crap with gold and silver if I'm hungry. I can't do nothing with gold and silver if I need band-aids and I can't get band-aids. So, will I trade this for band-aids? Yes. Will I trade this for bullets? Yes. Will I trade this for seeds? Yes. Because this is something that somebody wants, and then that other person has something that I want, and to me, that is a barter. If you say, hey, I'm going to give you this gold brick for this box of granola bars, and I say no, that's a sales transaction. That's not a barter. Because I don't need your gold and I don't need your silver. And that's what I see precious metals. Because the only way in time that I see that precious metals, and I could be wrong about this, the only way in time that I see precious metals are going to be valuable is if you have some kind of form of currency that says this gold is valuable. That's just like right now, if it flips and let's just, okay, so prime example, This is a liter of water. If somebody is thirsty and they're about to die and all they have is a gold brick in their pocket, their ass is gonna die. I'm not giving them my water. I'm sorry. I mean, and I know that's harsh, but if the SHTF happens, if Tiawaki is going on, if we have no kind of currency at all in the world, why the hell would I need your gold and silver? I'm just saying, that's, to me, that just, and I'm not trying to jump on you full of hope, but I know every time we have this conversation, somebody comes in with precious metals. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I'm riding behind an 18-wheeler with a freaking a crane, a backhoe, a huge backhoe, right? So if there's no kind of currency system, it's gonna take me and matter of fact, in that point in time, it's gonna take gas to run that thing. I mean, I don't know. Let me see what you're. All right, let me see what you're saying. My meds, seeds, crypto, alcohol, cigarettes, lots of food, extra income streams. Okay, I see that. You misunderstand me. For the long play. Okay, I get that. SHTF will happen by January. Okay, you can take that to the bank. I got it. I can't really see because my phone has started to do the stupid thing. So anyway, yeah. Now long term, yeah, I can see. Okay, full of hope. I get you long term. That's why I say that if anything ever happens, you need to be able to last at least 90 days. That's my opinion right there. If you last 90 days, I think you're going to be one of those ones that will help rebuild society. And yes, long-term gold and silver, yeah, that will be into play. I agree with that. But I'm talking about this is after we've gone through hell in a handbasket. I don't even know if that's the right phrase or not. And you're talking about a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years after SHTF happens. Yeah, you'll be on top of the world if you got silver and gold. But I'm talking about while it's going on, I don't think precious metals are going to be there. And I also believe that if you can last long enough, you're going to be able to find all the precious metals who didn't prep, and they put a lot of money into precious metals and not a lot of money into skills. You can prep all you want. You can hoard 2,000 pounds of grain, and you can hoard 18 million gallons of water. But if you don't have any skills, in my opinion, and you, especially for survival skills, I think you're gonna die. And that's just me. I could be wrong about it. And guess what? I'm betting the farm on it because that's the way I'm prepping. And you guys know, I got a ton of skills. And a lot of skills I have, I don't even share on the channel because I don't want to share on the channel. It's funny, I was talking to somebody and they was like, you know, Roger, you are into X, Y, and Z. And it's one of those BBBs, okay, of prepping. And he's like, a lot of us don't know about the BBBs. So why don't you teach, you know, BBBs? And I'm like, because that's not my thing. Anyway, my phone's starting to go dark, y'all. I don't know where I'm going. I have got to figure out where I'm at. YouTube, okay, no, because you're preaching the truth. I drew up a prepper, but we called it survival. Okay, I'm about to catch y'all later because my phone is acting silly, okay? We will continue this later. This has been a good discussion. We didn't get on topic today. So, all right, I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for being here. I'll see y'all later.